He doesn't need your great ideas or your mediocre ones. He doesn't need your special skills or talents. He doesn't need your knowledge or your opinions. He doesn't even need your YouTube, your TikTok, your well-crafted Facebook argument, or your popularity. What God wants is a heart that is completely committed to Him in love. A heart that's passionate for God and willing to obey. Now, you can't have one without the other. You can't have a heart that loves God and then no obedience, right? And you can't have obedience without any love for God, right? We see that in the church today, don't we? We see people that are saying that they love God. I love Him with my whole heart, but then we see them giving in to their own sinful desires and not obeying God. Saul was a perfect picture of that. We also see people in our church today that are striving so hard to obey. They make list after list of things that you're supposed to do to be right with God, but because it doesn't have a heart of love committed to Him, no real relationship there, it falls flat. Because it's not about that, it's about your relationship with God. It's about the heart. Neither one works. See, if you love God with your whole heart, you will obey Him. And if you are truly obedient to God, not just trying to do a list of do's and don't, right? Then you're captivated by God's love for you. See, the heart that is filled with God's love, it really gives us abundant life. It is what is in your heart that God is looking for in order to use you. It gives you purpose and allows you to be a part of His great, glorious plan. So really what I'm saying here is you just need to love God more, right? Work harder at it. No. See, this isn't something that we can really do. It's really dependent upon God. 1 John 4:19 says this: we love because He first loved us. We can't do this without the love of God. Samuel couldn't do it without the love of God. David couldn't do it without the love of God. See, we cannot love God without the perfect love of Christ in our hearts. We cannot love God properly without the beautiful picture of Christ's love that is displayed for us on the cross. He loved us first. And so then we have the capacity to love because He comes and He changes us. He gives us a new heart. He gives us a new life. He gives us a new purpose. It's all because of what Jesus Christ did on the cross and showing the greatest act of love by giving His life for us when He didn't have to forgive us, make us right with Him. So who do you relate with most today? I want you to think about that. Do you relate with Saul? Are you feeling a little bit like Saul this morning? Everybody's like, no, not Saul. I don't relate with him, right? Maybe you're one, you claim to love God with your heart, but in your heart of hearts, there's really nothing there. Instead, your heart is filled with pride and selfishness and desires to gratify yourself. What I would tell you, encourage you, is to turn your heart to God today.